All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about a superpower that you can unlock for your business. It might sound a little technical, but I promise you it's actually super accessible. We're talking about Webhook marketing automation. We're going to break down exactly how this can make your marketing way smarter, way faster, and just more connected. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got like a dozen different apps to run your business, but getting them to play nice together, it feels like this constant manual chore. You're copying and pasting data, and by the time you actually do something with it, that golden opportunity is long gone. You know, this frustration actually has a name. It's called the automation gap. It's that annoying space between what all your different apps do on their own and what you wish they could do together automatically without you having to intervene. So what happens is your apps end up working in these little silos. And guess who becomes the bridge? You do. You're the one manually updating your CRM every time a form gets submitted, or exporting a list just to send a simple follow-up email. It wastes so much time. But more importantly, it absolutely kills your ability to engage with customers in that critical real-time moment. But what if there was a better way? Well, there is, and it's actually a really elegant solution to this whole problem. Let me introduce you to the Webhook. The easiest way to think about it, it's like a digital doorbell for your apps. So what is a webhook, really? It's nothing complicated. It's just a simple notification. When something happens in one app, say a customer buys something from your store, that app rings the doorbell of another app and instantly tells it, hey, something important just happened over here. Time for you to do your thing. Now, this is totally different from the old way of doing things, which is called polling. Polling is like you having to call a client over and over and over asking, is it done yet? How about now? It's repetitive, it's annoying, and it wastes a ton of resources. A webhook, on the other hand, just waits. And the second the update is ready, it gets an instant alert. It's the difference between chasing information and having it delivered to your doorstep the exact moment you need it. And this efficiency, this is exactly why marketers are falling in love with webhooks. First, they offer incredible speed. You can react the instant a customer does something. Second, and this is huge, no coding is required. Thanks to tools like Make.com or Zapier, anyone can set this up. They're also incredibly flexible. They can connect apps that don't have a direct integration. And finally, they're super cost-effective, often saving you from needing expensive, custom-built solutions. Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's get to the fun part. We're going to walk through 5 proven automation plays. Think of them like plays from a playbook that you can start using in your business like today. And this playbook is designed to solve some of the biggest challenges in marketing. We'll kick things off with real-time lead enrichment. Then we'll move to abandoned cart recovery, personalized upselling, automated customer onboarding, and finish up with social media triggers. Let's dive right into the first play. First up, lead enrichment. So picture this. Someone fills out a simple form on your website with just their name and email. Instantly, a webhook zips that email over to a service like Clearbit, and in a flash, it sends back all this rich data, their company name, their industry, maybe even their LinkedIn profile. Just like that, your basic lead has transformed into a detailed sales opportunity, all without you lifting a finger. And the results? Well, they really speak for themselves. An apparel client put this exact play into action. They used that enriched data to personalize their follow-up emails. And the outcome? Their conversions nearly doubled. That is the power of having context right when you need it. All right, next play. Abandoned cart recovery on steroids. A customer is shopping, they add stuff to their cart, and then they leave. Instead of waiting to send an email that might just get lost in their inbox, a webhook instantly triggers an SMS message right to their phone with a friendly reminder, or maybe even a small discount. In this game, speed is everything. And how effective is this? Well, the print-on-demand store Art Vera saw a 25% boost in their cart recoveries after adding this instant SMS webhook. It just goes to show that meeting your customers where they are and doing it fast, it really, really works. Okay, on to play number 3, personalized upselling. The very moment a customer clicks buy, a webhook can send that purchase data to your email system, and that system can then automatically send them a thank you note with really relevant offers for related products. It's a seamless way to increase your average order value completely on autopilot. And believe me, this isn't just a one-off thing. According to research from Growfusely, companies that use this kind of personalized automation see up to a 35% higher repeat purchase rate. It's all about turning that one-time transaction into a long-term customer relationship. Let's talk about play number 4, automated onboarding. When a new user signs up for your service, you can use a webhook to trigger a totally tailored welcome sequence. Maybe it's based on their job role or the goals they told you they have. This creates an amazing first impression and guides them towards success right from day one. For example, the learning platform Marketerverse used webhooks to assign specific courses to new students based on their goals. And just look at these results: a 40% drop in support tickets and a 28% improvement in course completion rates. That is a massive win-win for both the company and the customer. And our final play is all about being responsive. Imagine someone mentions your brand on Twitter. Instead of finding out about it hours later, a webhook can spot it and shoot an instant notification right into your team's Slack channel. This lets you engage right in the moment, turning a simple mention into a really positive interaction. So, now you've seen the power of these automations, but how do you actually set them up in a smart and secure way? Let's quickly run through a few best practices to make sure your automations are solid and reliable from the get-go. First off, it helps to think in terms of senders and receivers. A sender app like Shopify or Typeform is where the event happens. It sends the webhook to a receiver app like your CRM or Google Sheets to trigger an action. And often, a tool like Make.com sits right in the middle, kind of like a translator, handling all the logic for you. Now, security is absolutely crucial. But it's not complicated, just 3 simple rules. First, always use HTTPS to encrypt your data so nobody can snoop on it. Second, use some form of authentication, like a secret key, to make sure your app is only listening to messages it trusts. And finally, rotate those credentials regularly, just like you would a password, to keep things locked down. And what happens if something breaks? You need to know about it, right? That's where monitoring becomes so important. According to BitFlow's, organizations that actively monitor their webhooks have 64% fewer automation failures. It's just about setting up alerts so that if a connection ever fails, you know about it immediately and can go in and fix it. So when you put this all together, the instant connections, these smart plays, the secure setup, what do you get? You get a powerful new competitive edge. It's as simple as that. It really all boils down to this. Your customers expect immediate, personal interactions. Doing things manually just can't keep up anymore. Webhook automation ensures that you are always the one who responds first, which lets you build stronger relationships and capture way more opportunities. This technology is here, it's accessible for everyone, and as you've just seen, it is incredibly powerful. So really, the only question left is, what's the first gap in your business that you're going to bridge? What's the very first connection you'll automate?